Now, I want to ask you about this very, very curious ASX ownership change bill. Why are you wanting to do this? Who asked for this and why are you doing it?
So it was a recommendation of the FSI in 2014 to ensure that ASX gets the same treatment as other entities in the financial sector. So are you talking about the 15%?
But I mean, why are you doing it? I mean, did the government take it as an election policy?
I'll ask Ms. Carr.
Senator, is this one of your election policies to change the ASX ownership arrangements?
I don't recall one, Senator Bragg.
I wouldn't think so.
But let's let officials.
It would be an election-winning
explain.
policy if you did, though.
Yeah, hi. Kana Wang, Assistant Secretary of the Regulators and Capital Markets Branch.
Yeah.
So, Senator, in relation to your question, can I just clarify, is it relating to the change of approval powers from the Minister to Parliament or around the change in the threshold?
It's about Parliament of its oversight and giving it to a Minister to decide the ownership arrangements of the ASX.
So in 2019, we consulted across industry as part of the Council of Financial Regulators through a broad range of reforms on the financial market infrastructures, including changing legislation to align restrictions to the ASX voting powers to be treated as other widely held market bodies. This proposal was originally brought forth by the 2014 Financial System Inquiry, which recommend to remove market ownership restrictions from the Corporation Act once the current reforms to cross-border regulations of financial market infrastructures are completed. And so this change aligns with the recommendation of the Financial System Inquiry. It was recommended by the Council of Financial Regulators in its advice to government in 2020, and that's why you see it come through the FMI bill that's currently before Parliament.
Okay, thanks. That's very useful. So when did the government adopt it as policy? So this is something the Treasury gave to the government, was it?
This is something that was recommended by the Council of Financial
I understand
Regulators.
That, but I'm trying to work out the mechanics of how the government ended up with this bill in the Parliament.
So in August 2022, the Treasurer agreed to, the current Treasurer at that time agreed to all of the CFR recommendations, and policy authority was subsequently granted by the Prime Minister. Therefore, that's why it's come through the bill. We undertook public consultation on the draft legislation from 15th of December 2023 to 9th of February 2024.
Okay, so the Treasury's pushed this into the government. The government has swallowed it hook, line and sinker.
Hang on.
And who has the government, who have you or the department taken meetings with ASX or any major investors about this?
Well, I haven't. I can't speak for the Treasury ministers, but let's just listen to what the official said. It's been around a long time, supported by both sides of government through 2014, 2019, 2020, 2022. So government is, in government you just don't do your election commitments. You have to keep the business of government going as well. So it's not unusual that you would get pieces of work progress through legislation,
I'm wondering
especially based on recommendations.
I'm asking who are the main proponents of it now?
Senator Bragg, we have met with the ASX on this matter and they support the changes in the exposure draft legislation.
I bet they do, yeah. Anyone else?
Not that we're aware of, Senator Bragg.
Well,
yes,
Senator,
but
I'd just add that, I think, from the point of view of the Reserve Bank of Australia and other regulators, this is seen as a critical piece of regulatory infrastructure to ensure the stability of Australia's financial system.
But why is it critical to strip Parliament's oversight? Yeah. Why is that critical?
So I'm talking about the bill overall. You're going to a particular issue in the bill.
I'm asking you, Mr. Kelly, why you have a bill in the Parliament that seeks to remove the disallowance capacity of...
Well, it is getting very specific.
This is in the bill. This is in the bill. This is Senate estimates.
Will know,
officials will know what's in the break.
Yes, but I think Mr Kelly may have also been indicating there that when there's a bill that's in front of the Parliament and the questioning in estimates goes to specific clauses of bills, that may be more appropriately dealt with elsewhere, and I do need to share the call, so we'll let the officials answer.
Can I just follow up? Because if there's a bill before the Parliament, is there a bill before the Senate committee?
No, and as we discussed before...
Is it?
Sorry, this is quite a pertinent point.
It must be.
Sorry, can I just make this point, Chair?
I don't think it's been referred
Oh,
yet.
you finished.
That we made this point before, that we have on 3 occasions sought questions from Treasury or made questions to Treasury that have not been responded to in the time that the committee had to report back to the
you
Senate.
raised this earlier.
This is actually one of those 3 cases. I think it's reasonable that if you're not going to answer our questions through the committee process, that we should at least be able to ask you about it at the Senate estimates. So look, I mean, it's not a trick question. All I want to know is why is it so? Why do you want to strip? I understand the reason you want to change the ownership arrangements. I don't understand the need to strip away the parliamentary oversight and the disallowance capacity.
The changes would ensure consistency in the treatment with other entities in the financial sector. This aligns it with the way other entities are treated. Other entities in the that would have to. I mean, it could be, a banking sector or other sectors. I understand that